So today will be an introductory session about NLP and how the class is and the course is going on. What are the benefits you will get, and you will have a comprehensive knowledge about what is NLP. That is my main purpose of this session. And next week onwards, you can decide whether you are going to join this course or not after today. Just think about, just imagine whatever the profession you are in right now, if you can perform better than now, maybe communicating with people, building rapport with others, influencing people, and most important thing, why people suffering right now. Most of the people, they suffer not because of present, but what they have faced in the past, because of the bad unpleasant incident they have faced in the past. Those unpleasant incidents act as a limiting belief, act as a barrier for our progress. So we can remove those barriers from our life. We can remove your past suffering and have emotional freedom to your life. Anyone deserve to have a peaceful, calm, and happy life with abundance of energy and whatever the resources you expect. Just think back 10 years or 15 years back, your life. How was it? Just think and compare your 10 or 15 years back with your present life. Most probably, it's totally different. It's totally different. And that means to have a drastic change in our life. Normally, in every person, we can see after 10 or 15 years, they may have a total different life regarding their careers, personal life, professional life, entrepreneurs, whatever the industry or the areas in your life. If we want to have a life that we are expecting, the life that we want, it might take 10 or 15 years to achieve those targets, to life, those life that we expect. But after learning NLP, you can get those development, whatever the achievement you're expecting in your life, within two or 3 years. That is why it is widely accepted that NLP is an time compression subject. Compact your time, right? If I put it in another way, sometimes to achieve your goal, it might take 10 or 15 years. But after learning NLP and practicing NLP, you can achieve whatever in your life within 2 or 3 years. It is about strategy. It's about strategy. We all have similar kinds of organs, the body parts in our life. But just think about, some people perform better than us. Some people work better than us. They have become an outstanding, excellent person in their industry. How come? What is the secret? But all have the same organ, same size. That is because of the strategy. The same like that. In our day-to-day life, we do our house chores, sometimes cooking or tidying up our house or whatever the things in our daily routine what that we are doing. Sometimes we spend cooking 2 or 3 hours, but some people will cook 1 hour of within 40 minutes the same content, sometimes more than delicious than our food. The reason, the secret behind that success is strategy. Some people very easily can build rapport with others. They know how to influence people. They know how to change their behaviors. They know how to eliminate their life barriers than us. How? Their strategy. NLP is full of strategies. NLP is a subject of full of strategies. NLP NLP model world outstanding people and give it to you. You also have the same class of result. If I simplify this, it is like this. It is like this. Just think, we all know how to cook dal curry. If we can get advice from Pablo Silva, he may give us a better strategy than us. Then we can cook a delicious dal curry than we cook previously. Because of his refined, new, and excellent strategy. If we can learn to do something better than always, then we can perform better than earlier. That is why NLP is defined as NLP is the world most powerful personal development subject. Personal development subject. It is kind of life's building blocks. If you have the building blocks, you can build whatever the building, whatever the structure you want. The same way, after learning NLP, you can customize and you can adjust and you can adapt and you can change and you can even come up with new technology, new techniques, and you can build your own life based on NLP techniques. Sometimes you may know about me, or sometimes you may not. Usually, before learning NLP, most of the people searching who's the NLP trainer. Some people, some participant may know about me, some may not. Anyway, I'll I'll give you a brief introduction about myself. At present, I'm a full-time worker at Rajarata University of Sri Lanka. I'm working here about 11 years as a career guidance counselor. And my first degree is a agriculture degree. I got my degree from Ruhuna University, and then I have postgraduate diploma in education and national diploma in career guidance and deep in marketing, and I have two masters, MA in philosophy and master of human resource management. So that is about my academic qualification and professional qualification. Then 2014, I learned NLP from Antonio Solajon and Harini Ramchandran. Group of my friends uh, went to India and learned uh, NLP. This is my NLP practitioner certification. I got 2014. Uh, from 2014 onwards, I practiced NLP, and also I learned, I studied about 5 years. I was a member of ABNLP, American Board of NLP Association, and this was my certificate. Until 2020, I maintained the membership of ABNLP, but finally I gave up. The reason to give up the membership of American Board of NLP, we expect value for money. We always expect something more than what we spend. So when comparing NLP a UK professional body, so I decided to join and continue my membership NLP EA with UK professional body, and then I became the lifetime member of NLP EA UK professional body. From that onwards, I completed my master practitioner and NLP trainer with NLP EA UK professional body. The reason NLPEA UK professional body offered lifetime membership. We don't need to renew our membership and pay money. Once we complete the course fee, everything completed, even the lifetime membership. And also, they are giving us 5 certificates than other associations. And also, they are giving us NLP coaching certification and hypnosis certification. That's the most important thing in the certified NLP practitioner course. And also, I'm a senior member of accredited counselors, coaches, and psychotherapists and hypnotherapists UK professional body. And also, I'm the country representatives of Asia Pacific Career Development Association. And also, I am a regular member of International Association of Applied Psychology. Those are about my professional background. And after completing certified NLP practitioner course, you will receive these 5 certificates. Certified practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming, that's the main certificate. And certified practitioner of NLP coaching. After completing certified practitioner course, you can be a coach, you can coach. Then certified timeline practitioner certification, certified hypnosis practitioner certification. You will learn hypnosis with NLP. Certificate in transformation coaching. Those are the 5 certificates you will get. Then I will give you idea about NLP levels. NLP levels. You may have heard that NLP practitioner, master practitioner, trainer, but what are those? What are those terms? In NLP subject, The first step, is NLP practitioner. This is the course you are following right now is the NLP practitioner course. Normally, if you are attending physical class, you have to attend at least 7 days, full 7 days to complete NLP practitioner course. But here, I am conducting NLP practitioner course fully via Zoom. Via Zoom. What is the benefit of this conducting NLP practitioner course via Zoom? This is the reason. Though it takes minimum 3.5 months to complete NLP practitioner course, you will get all the recordings. If you attend into practitioner course physically, you can't remember everything what I am telling you. You will remember the practicals, but you will forget the theory behind the practicals, behind the NLP techniques. But here, we can do most of the NLP technique via Zoom, and also you will get the old explanation theory, and you can download the recording. And any time in your life, you can revisit the recording and you can have a concrete learning. And even you will get all the presentations along with reading materials. Not only that, after completing NLP practitioner course via Zoom, it is compulsory you to attend 2 days physical class. So we are not missing physical class. Sooner we complete the Zoom class, both on Saturday and Sunday, both days we have 2 days practical class to have the hands-on experience on applying NLP techniques. So you don't have any examination at the end of the course. That is kind of the exam. That means whatever the technique we discuss here, you have to practice in the physical class with your fellow members and get the result. Right? Get the result. So whatever we are talking here, if you can't get the result in the practical class, then what's the usefulness? Believe me, all the techniques, you will get the result in the physical class. I have many evidence. For that. And also, sometimes you may have seen some NLP trainers are doing NLP certificate course, 1 or 2 days NLP certificate course, and then around 4 days NLP diploma. Sometimes you may be confusing which one is the correct one. Which one is the highest one, the diploma or the certificate or the practitioner? Remember this, practitioner is the first level. I told you the content is around, at least you have to attend 7 days physical class if it is physical. Some people, at the 7 days, you have to pay, let's say, for example, in other practitioner course of 1 lakh or 1.5 lakhs, right? People or NLP trainers break down into 2 days in the from the practitioner course. They get the content of 2 days and name as NLP certificate for a few cost fee, let's say 20,000, 15,000, 1 or 2 days NLP certificate. Then after then another 2 days, they conduct diploma, 4 days, NLP 4 days diploma. Then may have 30 or 40,000. Then the rest, after completing 3 days, they will offer NLP practitioner course. So remember, NLP practitioner is the first level. After completing NLP practitioner level, then you have the chance to join the next level, that is NLP master practitioner. It is just like practitioner is just like degree, and like master degree, like master practitioner. I'm the only one in Sri Lanka conducting NLP master practitioner right now. So you have the opportunity to join NLP master practitioner course after completing practitioner course. Then the third level is NLP trainer, where I am right now. I'm an NLP trainer. The last final level is NLP master trainer. I have one more step to go. Master trainer. These are the levels of NLP, or the career of NLP. Then at the beginning, I was talking about NLP, but this is the point I'm discussing with you, the definition of NLP. What is NLP? I strongly believe that whoever learning NLP, they should have the ability to explain NLP clearly to anyone, to anyone. What I've experienced in my life, most of the NLP practitioners after learning NLP, they can't describe. When someone asks, what is NLP? They can explain what is NLP clearly. So understand this. And if you got any question at any point, you can disturb me and unmute yourself and ask any questions and get clarification. If you have any doubt, you can ask. NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming. Neuro Linguistic Programming will understand each letter one by one. Neuro. What is neuro? Neuro means our nervous system. Our nervous system. A brain and central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. All the nerves in our body. Neuro. We can think with neurons. Without neurons, we can't think. We won't be able to think without neurons. I hope you will agree with me. How we receive information from the outside? Through our five senses, right? Through our five senses, we receive information from the outside. So all the five senses capture information from the outside from neurons. Neurons. If you don't have neurons in any sense, we won't get any information from the outside. That is why it is called neuron, how we think. What the information we got from the outside, accordingly how we think, it may decide. Second letter is L for linguistic. Linguistic. Linguistic simply language, or else we can say how we communicate. How we communicate. That is language. There are two kinds of communication: verbal communication and non-verbal communication. Either verbal communication or non-verbal communication both impact on how we think. Are you with me? Both ways of communication impact on how we think. I got a question. Uh, Actually, when it comes to NLP researchers are very few, and and when comparing to uh, there are many information are aligned with NLP. I mean, there are some techniques aligned with neuroscience, and I can tell you like this: whatever the psychology areas, right? When it comes to psychology, there may be different branches of psychology. It might be cognitive or the positive, whatever the area in psychology. In NLP, you will find the essence or the core of psychology, right? There is no any conflict between any psychological area or the even neuroscience. That's why I'm telling you. Let's say, for example, in the neuroscience, uh, it called as uh, you will learn a technique called ISS cues that is derived from the neuroscience, based on neuroscience, and also many technique and theories are aligned with quantum physics. So you won't have any doubts with NLP. All the NLP techniques are aligned with psychology, and even even with with quantum physics. And this is a kind of applied psychology. In our day-to-day life, you will learn how to apply NLP to change others' behaviors and thinking pattern. Now again, we'll come to the linguistic. Linguistic is communication, language communication. There are two ways. Just think about verbal communication. Imagine you got a call from unknown number right now. You don't know who is calling. You just answered, but the other person from the other end started to blaming on you. You don't know who is he or she, but with the bad words, they're blaming on you. How do you feel right now? How do you feel? Before getting that call, you were very peaceful and calm or happy. But sooner you hear the other person voice blaming on you, you don't know what the reason, but your thinking pattern change, your physiology change, your feeling change, your breathing change, your heartbeat change. And that means verbal communication impact on our nervous system and change our thinking pattern and behavior. Right? I think you will agree with me. And next one is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication. Just imagine tomorrow you are walking down on the road, a person down the road you meet, and he will show you some hand gestures like this without speaking a word. Sometime like this, what would happen to you? Again, the same thing. Before seeing that gesture shown by that person, you were very happy and peaceful and calm. What happened with that other person's behavior? Your thinking pattern and behavior and feelings and heartbeat and breathing all changes. And that means non-verbal communication is also impact on your nervous system and change your thinking pattern and behavior. Right? Third letter, P, programming. Programming means patterns of behavior. Patterns of behavior means our habit. Our habit. Just think about our daily routine. Most of the things we used to do as a habit without thinking, we are doing. We are thinking something else, but we are doing those day to day routines, activities. That is programming, patterns of behavior and emotions. We used to behave in a particular way without thinking. So when we get all together, it is like this. Either verbal or non-verbal communication impact on our nervous system and generate a patterns of behavior or a thinking pattern of the emotion. That is NLP, right? With verbal or non-verbal communication, verbal or non-verbal communication impact on our nervous system and generating a habit is NLP. Simply we can say like that. And that means with verbal or non-verbal communication, we can change people, how they think, how they act. If one person can't perform on the stage, can't do good presentations, or if they can't get what they want in their life, if they are not able to build rapport with other people, so NLP can help you to change their program. We all have program to work and think in a particular way. If our program is not giving the result that we want, what we want to do is we want to reprogram. Sometimes the existing program we have to remove and we want to install new programs. It is just like computer. It's just like computer. If it is an inefficient program in our computer, so delete the program and install a new efficient one. The same way, there may be some programs in our life not giving the result that we want. So NLP change our programming and giving an efficient and powerful technique which help you to reach, get our life goal. I can simplify this, giving this story. Just think about, most of the time in at home we have grandma, grandfather, right? 70 or 80 years old. You go to your grandmother and just ask about her health, pains in knees and back pains and shoulders. You know, grandmothers always, her pains is has got worse, right? They will reply you with painful face and words, right? After discussing, have a small talk about her health condition. After a few minutes, again, you go and quote you and you go and talk to your grandmother and ask about her childhood, right? How she meets grandfather. Hmm? When you ask such kind of question, you can see that her face light up, and we can see without any pain, happily she will explain, she will describe her childhood, how she went to school, how grandfather met, happily and energetically. The same person, but how we speak and what we speak change the person. That is NLP. That is NLP. So there are many tools and technique you will learn while you are talking to others. Within few minutes, you can change their thinking pattern and behavior. Yes, Fernando. Most of medicals and even in experts in psychology, they label as NLP pseudoscience. The reason is NLP you can't do practicals in the laboratory and get the result. I mean, you can't get you can't show evidence how it happens. That's the reason. Say for example, in third day you will learn how to build unconscious rapport with anyone. After building rapport with anyone, you can change their behavior. When you raise your hand, they also raise your hand. They raise their hands. When you change your position, the way you sit or stand, they also follow you. That is called unconscious rapport building. Even you will learn how to change their breathing pattern. When you change your breathing, they also change. But there is no way to show evidence how it happened. There is no way how it happened. And I'll give you one more technique. In NLP submodality module, within few seconds, you can eliminate any chronic pain, right? Within few seconds. But still, there is no any technology to give the evidence how it happened. It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that NLP is not a science. NLP is not working. I believe that science still not developed to catch those alternative medicine techniques. But even placebo effect, how it happened. You know about Simonton effect, how it happened. Know about phantom limb sensation. But still, science failed to prove that, to give evidence. If science, in science, if can prove and give evidence, they name as science. If can't give evidence and prove, they named as pseudoscience. But even in medicine, there is no, they don't know the reason or medicine for the allergy. But do you know that NLP can cure allergy? But still, NLP names as pseudoscience. That's how they label. But it doesn't mean that NLP is not pseudo. It is practical, bringing the result that you want. That's why still NLP is successful, is spreading in the world. And Fernando, I think I gave you a considerable answer. Are you satisfied with that? Thank you. Welcome. So that's how we can simply explain what is NLP with words, with the communication, verbal or non-verbal communication, impact on our nervous system, and change people's behavior. You know, people get what they are, people get whatever in their life based on their programming or the behavior or the habit or the thinking pattern. If they want to get something different in their life, they don't like what they are getting right now, they want to have something different, then what we want to do is we want to reprogram, we want to change their behavior, we want to change their thinking pattern. NLP can do that. Now I will go deeper discussing about what is NLP. Here I have got five definitions from the internet. Even you can find. Just type Google what is NLP. You will get thousands of definition of NLP. There is no exact or the correct definition, but all are correct. All definitions given a different idea from it is just like given a different angles about NLP. I have picked five definitions to give you what is NLP, what are the things you can do, what you can learn with NLP, what you can do with NLP, what are the benefits that you can get from NLP. You will have a comprehensive idea about NLP and what you can get, what you can do with NLP. First one, first definition. I'll be talking and explaining. When you have any question, anytime you can disturb me and ask. NLP is the study uh, of the structure of subjective experience. Subjective experience. What is subjective experience? That is personal experience, our individual experience. Example, example, we all are going to a DJ party or some pleasurable event. We were happy, we enjoyed the event, but anyone here can find how I enjoy the meeting or the event? No, it is my personal experience. No one can measure. No one have any idea about how I enjoy, about my happiness. No one knows. That is my subjective experience. But still, you know that we are fighting and we are arguing with other people. Even after having a meal, that is delicious. But when one of our friends said, that is the horrible food I have ever had, ever eaten. How can you tell like that? I ate just now. It is delicious. That is subjective experience. We can't argue or challenge with other people. That is their subjective experience. But here, what is in NLP, what we are doing is we are studying the structure of subjective experience. How subjective experience made of, from what, how. So what is the benefit? What is the benefit we can get knowing the structure of subjective experience, our personal experience? If we know the structure of our personal experience, what are the things that we can do? Right. I talked about this point earlier at the beginning. Most of the people suffering today, right? They're suffering. They feel they feel they feel bad themselves. They feel in negative. They feel in low, not because of today, but something happened in the past. Those bad memories, bad incident, consistently bothering to present, coming to present, and feeling negative, bringing him unresourceful feelings, negative states, feeling sadness, disappointment, anger, guilty. hmm, the unpleasant or the bad experience happened in the past. If we can delete or alter past experience so that they won't be able to impact on the present or the future, how will your life change? Can you imagine? If you can forget all the past bad memories bothering to you right now, if you can eliminate, delete those memories from your memory bank, can you imagine how you will be peaceful, calm? You know, I have met many people, they're suffering only because of something said by other people. A lady I met when she was in the school at about grade 10, she was the captain of debate team. Now, can you think of in a big girl school, she was a captain of debate team. Now you can think about her speaking ability. There was a teacher she loved most, but accidentally she heard that her favorite teacher was talking with some students, and she's telling this girl may not be able to speak in English fluently in a negative way. And the way she speak, she felt that neglecting words, feeling. She told me that after hearing those words, she got stuck. From that day onwards, you believe she can't speak in front of the people. She ran out of words. She stuck. She struck. She can't speak. She was stammering. Can you believe? A small incident, how changed a student life. One engineer I met when he was in grade 8, when he was in grade 8, a mathematics teacher, he has thrown away his book. You will never learn maths. About 2 years ago, he followed NLP practitioner course, and he told me that until that, until that point, whatever the things he is going to start, whatever the thing he is going to start, a good thing, a new thing, a new project, those teachers would come to his mind and he feels low, and sometimes most of the project he has given up. Can you imagine how drag, how those sounds, I'm talking about only sounds, right? How those sounds act as a barrier to his life. How many years can you think? Very recently, I met a doctor. He, when he was schooling, normally our mothers are scolding us when we young. One day, when mother was scolding him, he has scolded his mother in a bad way. As a youngster, that can happen. But he said some bad words to his mother, but that's it. But thereafter, he did study this everything, and he became a doctor, and he loves his mother very much, and he has done everything to his mother he can do. But the bad thing is, whatever the good thing he is going to do in his life, the worst scenario is when he is going to sit for the exam, those words he told to his mother come into his mind, just like happening right now. And he become totally blank and he can't answer the questions in the paper. Like that, I have met many people. They're suffering, they're feeling negatives because of those memories, sounds, right? Feeling painful. I gave you some example about bad memories of sounds, and there may be so many visuals in our mind. When we see something and with that associate with which the past memories will come and feeling negative. And the next thing is the most important thing. Some people think, I can forget all the bad things and I don't care about that. I can live the life the way I want. Yes, maybe. But do you know? But do you know how our limiting belief generate? Do you know how our limiting belief generate and control our life? Many people have know and listen about, yes, we have limiting belief, limiting decision, we want to remove our limiting belief, limiting decision. We are talking all this, we are teaching students, but when it comes to how those generate limiting belief and limiting decision, no one knows. How to eliminate, no one knows, but they are talking. I'll tell you this example, then you will understand how limiting belief and limiting decisions generate. A lady, when she was schooling, uh, then she was at grade 8. There was a there was a meeting and association in the school. In that association, she has to deliver a speech. So that was her first speech delivering in the school meeting, and she has never delivered such kind of speech. So she prepared well. On the day her name was called, she stepped to the stage and started to deliver the speech. After a few minutes, she went blank. She couldn't utter a single word. In such kind of situation, how school students, audience, how behave and laugh, and you know, then she felt scared, and and she stepped down the stage. When she stepped down the stage, the class teacher came to her and scolded her. Why are you doing like this? If you can't deliver the speech, you couldn't do this. You spoil my name as well, right? On that day, on that day, unconsciously, she made a decision, right? Or she made a belief, I can't deliver a good presentation. I can't be a public speaker. From that day onwards, when she got a chance to speak in front of people, she escaped. She escaped. When she met me, she was in a good position in a government organization. Still, she's skipping if she got any chance to speak in front of the people. Now, do you know, even when I discover her problem, and when I remove that barrier, until she didn't know what was her problem. Only thing she had is, I am not good at public speaking. I know this. I can't do that. I am not the better person to do such kind of thing. That is what she is telling. We can't we can't groom a person even though giving 100% workshop to develop public speaking, until remove limiting belief or the limiting decision. That is what happened to most of the people, right? We are spending so much of money on training and a workshop, and following courses, but we can't see considerable development. Sometimes it can develop after a long period of time. Why? Naturally, after practicing, it might take long time. Then naturally, our limiting belief may break. But do you know, with NLP, with NLP, we can break limiting belief 1 hour or 1.5 hour. Right? That is the power of NLP. That is the power of NLP. And yes, Sam and Dean. Yeah, I'm not highlighting, I'm not telling that neuro linguistic programming is not a branch of applied psychology. I mean, it is just like applied psychology, right? In NLP, in NLP is just like giving the core of psychology, and it is not a branch of, officially, it's not a branch of applied psychology. It's just like that in our day-to-day life you can apply all the techniques, right? That is why that is why there is no any scientific evidence, or the experiment or the researches have been done, many we can't find. And that is why I explained earlier, there is no scientific way to give any evidence or the empirical data for to prove NLP, right? And everything in the world we can't prove and give data, right? Science is a one subject, and measuring the world, everything we can't quantify, everything we can't quantify, everything we can't uh, everything we can't evidence, based on scientific method we can't put them to science or the subject, right? uh, yes, Rashida, thank you so much. Yes, you can express your idea.
Hello, sir. I'm Rashida here.
Yes, Rashida, yes.
Yes, sir. I just joined the group to tell the participants or give share my experiences about this course that I've done with you.
Okay, thank
So,
you.
so A very good evening to all of you who are here. And I've been a pupil of Sir Jalia, and I've done this NLP course with him, and it's really, really very, very helpful. I am a life coach, and this NLP techniques are really helping me, not only in my coaching, but in my family life, in my personal life also. So this is something that I wanted to share with you, and especially the way Sajalia takes us through this journey is really, really great. He's an excellent teacher. And also, I would like to share that, especially the practical sessions that we have at the end of the course, those are like really useful, and we bond together, we do practical lessons together, and it really helps us. So thank you, sir. Thank you so much for giving us that opportunity to train under you and be certified. So yeah. I just thought I have to share my views with the people who are new here, so that they get an idea of how important and how valuable this course is.
Thank you so much, Rashida. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Jalia.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the certifications that been issued here, as one of your students highlighted, is these certifications are regulatory approved, or they have been valid certifications?
Yes. The NLP is governed by NLP professional body. Our NLP professional body is NLP EA UK professional body. So our course is accredited by NLP EA UK professional body.
Okay, so basically, because no, I just searched on the internet, because what I found was that there are no regulatory bodies related to this, and it has not been governed by any regulatory authority. So is it like I mean
You mean
what?
to NLP?
Yeah.
Could you able to find NLP EA UK professional
Yeah, I'll
body?
I'll do that. I mean, yeah, I will find that information anyway.
NLP Association of Excellence. You will find.
Okay. So actually, I'm a student who's following psychology. So I was really interested about this program. So that's the reason I joined this session also. But I find a lot of contradictory between the program. I mean the information that you are sharing and the things that we are learning. And I find the gap that you said that I mean these are short-term programs. So I find difficult to understand, like when it comes to like psychology. I mean the things that you are talking, what I understood is that it is related to it is related to the psychology domain, but you clearly state that there's the methods that you have been deployed or employed in the environment does not have a scientific sense. So when that when such statement comes, I find very difficult to understand why we are learning a 4-year degree, and with a short-term time frame, how to the things that you are highlighting in this NLP program, I find little bit contradictory in relation to that. I mean, from a perspective of the content. So that's the reason for me to ask these questions from you.
Yeah, that's the difference between NLP and 4 years degree. 4 years degree. So the thing is, this is highly practical. Zaman, this is highly practical in our day-to-day life. Whatever the area in our life, we can apply, right? We can apply and we can get the result. That's the most important thing. Though there is no scientific evidence, or we can't prove, as I told you, building unconscious rapport or the removing unordered belief and memories from our mind. There are many tools and technique, and getting the result 100% sure, but there is no any way to how it happened, right? That's the reason. That's the reason. So it doesn't mean that NLP is not working, right? It is working 100%, and believe me, it is working. And yes, you may have doubt, and you may you have a contradiction between what we have learned throughout 4 years and how what we get from 3.5 months or 4 months. You can't compare, even for a degree or the master. What you are learning here in NLP, how to be with people, how to influence people within 3.5 or almost 4 months. There is a NLP presupposition we discuss most probably next week. If you want to understand act without doing, without acting, you won't get any idea. You have to do it. Then only you will learn. Then you may ask any question and clarify your doubts. And next point for the NLP definition 1. As I told you, there are many limiting belief, limiting decisions in our life, and most of the limited belief and limiting decision formed in our childhood when we were sometimes in school, but most of the limiting belief and decision formed when we were kids, facing to significant emotional incident, right? We form such decisions, and thereafter our thinking pattern, our behavior governed by those limiting belief and limiting decisions. So is there any subject you learn to remove those belief and limiting decisions? No. That is the power of NLP. That is the most important thing in NLP. Within very limited time, small time, sometimes within few minutes, we can remove, right? That's the main point here. If we know the structure of subjective experience, we can change or remove our past bad memories. When we remove our past bad memories, then those memories can't interrupt our present or the future. And also, we can remove limiting belief, limiting decision from our life. That is why it is called learn NLP and unleash your potential. Yes, limiting belief and limiting decision demarcate your life, right? And it is not allowing you to go beyond that. So we can remove those barriers with NLP technique. The second one is NLP is an accelerated learning strategy for the detection and utilization of pattern in the world. Right? NLP is an accelerated learning strategy. Yes, I told you, after learning NLP, you can learn, you can earn something within 2 or 3 years. Sometimes if you are going to achieve your goal in a natural way, sometimes it might take 10 or 15 years. That is normal. If you think anyone, if you are 10 or 15 years back, for any person, it has taken 10 or 15 years to change their life in a drastic way. But within 2 or 3 years, we can change. That is why it is called NLP. All the tools are technique, accelerated learning method. Uh, yes, Mr. Damit, yes. Uh, you can follow the course while you are abroad, and once you come to Sri Lanka, and you can join with the physical class. Most of the time every month, or having NLP physical class, so you can join one of them. NLP found found uh, with modeling world world's outstanding people, right? That is why it is called accelerated learning strategy. Sometimes, let's say for example, to do some job, if I am doing in my own ways, let's say it takes 1 hour, but there may be some person in the world, the same job they can do within 5 minutes. That is because of their strategy. So NLP, why what the subject is doing, we model those outstanding people, that we download the strategy, and we teach to all the people those who need those technique to apply to their life and getting the result immediately. That is why it is called NLP is an accelerated learning strategy for the detection, right? If there is any outstanding person, we using NLP technique, we can download his software, let's say for example software, and install to other people, right? NLP is a subject like that. We can download the software from other people and install to others. All the NLP techniques you are learning here, downloaded from not average people, from the outstanding people, experts in the world. Third one, NLP is an attitude and a methodology which leave behind a trail of techniques. NLP is an attitude. NLP is just like an attitude. Attitude is the way we see something. The way we see something is different from person to person. It is just like an art. NLP is just like an art. The way we feel, enjoy an art from person to person is different. The same way, when after learning NLP, a psychologist or the therapist or the counselor may be used in a different way. When counselors are using NLP techniques to their clients, if you are a business person, the same tool you may be using in a different context in your business world. If you're a doctor or the nurse or the teacher, you may be using in a different way in your own industry. But it is just like a methodology. NLP is a methodology. It is just like science. Science has got a methodology. The scientific way, wherever you learn something, scientific way is fixed. That is why it is called science. Same way, NLP has got the methodology. Wherever you learn, NLP unconscious rapport building technique, the same. But the way you use is different. And the next important thing and the beauty of NLP is which leave behind a trial of techniques. Most of the thing, most of the subject or the technique we learn, we can't alter them. Yeah, this is a, yes, Dami, this is a professional body of UK, is a registered institute. So you can use them. You can use them in UK. Uh, most of the technique we learn from other subjects, we have to use the same, we have to follow the same pattern. We can't change, we can't alter. But here NLP, anytime you can alter and change and adapt, and you can test them. You can test and adjust, and you can develop your own technique. It's just like if you have a knife, you can decide whether you are cutting vegetables or the meat or the fish or bread or apple, right? We can trial those techniques. And the next point is there is no harm, zero harm. Let's say if we give some drugs to the patients, there may be side effect, but in NLP there is no any side effects. Fourth one, study of how people think, remember, experiences, and learn. NLP is a subject of how people think. In NLP practitioner course, you will learn many techniques to understand how people think, right? Uh, as one of you asked a question, in NLP, you will learn ISS in cues. In ISS in cues, in the neuroscience, they have found that they they explain there is a connection between our visual area and our eye, neurological connection. And when we think in different areas, our eyes move accordingly. So, based on that neuroscience technique, NLP has developed ISS in cues. After looking at your client eye pattern, you can guess what that person what that person is thinking, right? Like that, there are many techniques you will find in NLP to find, to gauge how people think and remember experiences. Yes, in the first definition, we discuss how people remember experiences. If you know the structure of subjective experience and the building blocks, we can change their experience and release their pains. And also in NLP, we discuss how people learn. Now, with those techniques, you can understand what you can do with NLP in your day-to-day life and achieving your life goals. Last one, NLP is the method for modeling excellence so it can be duplicated. As I told you in the second definition, NLP is the method for modeling excellence. You know that we learn from modeling people. After coming to this world, we model our mother and father, then our brother or sisters, then in the school, our friends, teachers. When we get in order, then we model celebrities, sportsmen, actors, actors, right? We model. Even as an adult, still when we are learning something, we model people. If we model an average person, the maximum level we can get, achieve the average. But if we model excellence, we also can be the excellence. So NLP is a modeling subject, not modeling average people, modeling outstanding people, expert in this world, and get their soft copy or the software and duplicate it and refine it, even refine it and duplicate it and give it to the other people in the world. So they also can they also can get the same class of result using the same technique. That's why I told you all the technique, all the LNP technique you are learning here, not extracted from the average people, downloaded from the outstanding people. With those five definition and explanation, I think I think uh, you got a clear idea about what is NLP, what you can do with NLP, what are the benefit that you can get with NLP. Do you have any question before moving further? Clear? No question. Thank you. It depends. It depends. To be becoming a coach, it depends. To be a coach, you will learn the coaching process and how to coach a person and how to eliminate their problems. Yes, it depends. It depends means you have to develop your skills. After learning NLP or after completing NLP practitioner course, you can't do magic. You have to practice them until it become a habit, or you have to develop them until you become a competence on those skills, on those technique, right? So then you can uh, up to some extent online you can work, but you have to physically meet as well. In NLP you will learn NLP anchoring. So to perform say NLP anchoring, you have to be with the client in physically. Let's say for example, in an NLP anchoring, uh, we can remove unwanted emotions. Let's say if your client is getting anger, he has a person, he's a person of bad temper, always getting angry very easily. It may be in the workplace or the house. To believe me, within around 30 minutes you can remove that unwanted behavior. And at the same time, sometimes your client want to develop want to be a good presenter, so you can do with chain in anchors, so you have to be physically there. And also there may be some bad incident in your client's memory, so you have to remove those bad memories, so you have to be there physically. That's why I told you, up to some extent you can work with client online, but you have to be physically as well. These are the some example, but these are in singular. Our practitioners got experience after applying NLP. One of our coach removed wheezing, right? Wheezing from NLP technique, and also pains. He has removed. And next, a girl, she couldn't deliver a good presentation, so with NLP technique she boost her confidence. And also another our NLP practitioner has removed pains from a client. Even doctors or the therapist couldn't cure that problem, or even they couldn't find the problem for that. But with NLP technique, 100% he removed. And this is again one person with bad memories. I removed in the practical class, and he recovered within around 1 week. In the next week onwards, you will learn the connection between NLP and the hypnosis. NLP subject started with hypnosis, modeling world famous hypnosis. He was Milton Erickson. So throughout the NLP, hypnosis is there. And in NLP, you will learn hypnotic healing technique. At the end, you will learn hypnotic induction and the theories of hypnosis. That's the basic content. I briefly I can tell you like that. This bad memory I removed in the practical class. And as I told you, from NLP technique uh, we can remove allergy. Last week we had a NLP practical class. I'll show you, but I couldn't take that pause, the her experience to the presentation, but I will show you whether, I don't know whether you will be able to see. I'll show you the comment. Or
Can I share something, sir?
yeah, sure, Rashida. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because I just last week I did anchoring, reframing and anchoring with one of my clients. She had this. She has a lot of very hurt and painful experiences in the last 10 years of her life. So I could actually remove some of those hurt, and she used to have, like, she couldn't sleep at night. And so I was able to do the reframing, and then I was able to give her an anchor also. And she spoke to me today, and she was saying that she's she's sleeping much better. She can sleep like, and also that she's using the anchor whenever she gets really disturbed, and she's not getting disturbed that often actually. So it's
Yes,
just that, yeah. So it actually it works. It really works, for all those who
yes,
are here and having some doubts. Yeah, I think it because it's the first time you are being exposed to this NLP. Maybe you are having all these doubts, but it is working because the brain is neuroplastic, and then when you're doing these reframing, anchoring, and all the submodalities and all that sir is going to teach us. I think. The brain, the neurons in the brain get reprogrammed, if you're looking at it for a scientific something of that sort. So it is working with the clients. It's working with me also if I try it on my own. And we had in the practical sessions also, we could do so many things with each other, like.
thank you, Rashida. Thank you very
Next
much.
question. Okay, so
Thank you
thank you,
for
sir.
your uh, uh, sharing your
Yeah, feedback.
experience. Yeah, and in this presentation, in this slide, you can see it's in Sinhala. One of our NLP practitioner has got allergy for the seafood, and we practiced, we applied reframing technique in the practical class. But you can see her a feedback after eating seafood, and one of another our participant had goes the same allergy she removed. And last week in the practical class, a lady has got an allergy reaction for all the painkillers, so she has to bear all the pains. Even she can't get Panadol. So this is, I don't know whether you will be able to read. This is the uh, message she put into WhatsApp group. Uh, she had the Panadine and there was no any reaction. Uh, so it is helping people. It is helping people to live a peaceful and happy life. That is what we are sharing with people. And yes, yes, a lot of many counselors are using in NLP technique in their counseling process. And what the most of the counselors are telling me that after learning NLP technique, they are most of the time they are using NLP technique rather using other technique. The reason is the counseling technique they have learned from many counseling courses might take much time to solve a problem. Sometimes they have to spend 5 7 sessions. But with the NLP, with one or two session, most of the time with one session, you can solve the problems.